Hey, welcome to 2-Minute Analysis. I'm Daniel Snyder from Seeking Alpha. In this series, we dive into the stocks that you request. Our goal is to not only entertain, but provide value and insights about the investments you care about. So let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and dive in. Today, we're diving into Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. Let's kick things off by looking at the Seeking Alpha quant system, which currently has a strong buy rating on this stock. We'll dive into the factor grades here in a moment. But next, let's jump over to the Seeking Alpha analysts, who 12 analysts in the last 30 days in aggregate give this stock a buy rating as well. And wrapping things up with the Wall Street analysts giving this stock a buy rating. That is 38 analysts in the last 90 days here. To learn more about how the Seeking Alpha quant system and Seeking Alpha analysts outperform the market, visit the link in the description of this video. So let's dive deeper. Kicking things off with the valuation grade, which is currently a B- for this stock. It's relatively high when you look at the price to sales here, which is 5.35 compared to the sector at 3.65. However, I want to mention the forward PE, which is 20.11 compared to the sector of 25.27. That says this stock, even though the price is high, might be at a little bit of a discount here. Jumping over to the growth grade, which is an A+, we're going to be looking at the revenue growth here, which is about 47% compared to the sector at only 7.5%, which is amazing to see. And not only that, but you have the forward EBITDA growth of 136% compared to the sector at 11.16% there. Jumping over to profitability, which has an A+ grade, we're going to look at the net income margin here, which is 18% compared to the sector at 4.3%. And not only that, but the strong EBITDA margin here as well of 46% compared to the sector at 10.8%, just highlighting that this company has efficient operations. Jumping over to the momentum, which is an A- grade, that's still good here. They have a price performance of 82% over the last year compared to the sector at 11.73, just completely dominating there. And then wrapping things up with the EPS revisions here. So EPS up revisions, we have 25 of those, and we have 0 down revisions in the last 3 months. And looking at revenue numbers, we have 29 up revisions compared to just 0 for down revisions in the last 3 months as well. Now, I want to mention that there is a small yield on this stock as well. It is 28 basis points, but we're going to highlight the dividend grades here. So for safety, you have an A grade for the dividend, which is the most important grade across all the dividend grades here. Now, there is a B for the growth grade, mainly because they probably haven't grown their dividend. Let's jump over here to the dividend history, which is also that consistency grade, which is a D-, and you'll see here that the dividend growth has not changed in the last few years, and they just kickstarted their dividend within the last 3 years. So that's something to keep in mind. And then lastly, the yield, of course, bringing in that F grade there for the dividend. So is now the time to add this stock to your portfolio? Well, they do announce earnings this week, and we have some analysts here who have recently written on the stock and left their opinions. We have Corey Kramer, who says it's a sell. We have Victor, who says it's a buy, as well as the J Thesis and Dayer as well. Strong buy ratings there. Highly encourage you to go check those out. Now, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you have a ticker you want us to cover, add it to the comment section below, and don't forget to follow Seeking Alpha so you get notified when the next 2-minute analysis gets published.
We are not advising you personally concerning the nature, potential, value, or suitability of any particular security. You alone are solely responsible for determining whether any investment, security, or strategy, or any product or service is appropriate or suitable for you based on your investment objectives and personal and financial situation. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Content is presented as of the date published or indicated and may be superseded by future events. It represents my opinions, which may not reflect the views of Seeking Alpha as a whole. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Seeking Alpha is not a licensed securities dealer, broker, or U.S. investment advisor or investment bank.